Welcome back, Leo. I'm Luna Celestine, and if you're here today, there's a reason for it. This isn't just another horoscope. It's a personal transmission from the stars, one that speaks directly to the part of you that's been quietly longing for change. Because today, April 17th, the energy surrounding you is not passive. It's bold, it's alive, and it's asking you to do the same. Right now, the universe is gently but firmly nudging you toward growth. Not the kind that happens by chance, but the kind you choose. You're being called to release what no longer fits, the outdated habits, the mental clutter, the quiet doubts, and instead, reconnect with what's real, what's meaningful, what still sets your heart on fire. Even something as simple as starting your morning with a lemon-infused glass of water or a green smoothie is more than a health choice. It's an act of alignment. But this goes deeper than just the body. Today is about the mind and spirit. Your intuition is speaking more clearly now, not in loud declarations, but in soft whispers. And if you slow down, even for just a moment, to journal, to walk, to breathe, you'll begin to hear it. You may also notice how certain relationships feel more magnetic today. Conversations that were once casual could reveal surprising depth. Collaborations might emerge from unexpected places. Don't ignore those nudges. They're part of something bigger moving through your life. And if you've been quietly shelving a dream, waiting for the right time, I'll say this gently but clearly, that time might be now. The energy today supports bold steps, brave decisions, and a reconnection with the parts of you that once felt too risky to follow. So, stay with me, because what's unfolding next, in love, in finances, in health, in your sense of purpose, could shift the trajectory of your season. Let's go deeper. Let's talk about your finances, Leo, because today something is shifting. When the sun appears in your financial reading, it's not just a sign of good luck, it's a signal that clarity is returning to this part of your life. You may begin to see your goals with sharper focus, your decisions carrying more confidence. There's an unmistakable optimism rising, the kind that turns hesitation into forward motion. Whether you're exploring a new income stream, considering a creative venture, or simply reevaluating where your money is going, trust that the path is now lit with greater awareness. The magician reminds you that manifestation is not just a buzzword, it's a discipline. You're not being handed a miracle. You're being reminded that your ideas, when followed with action and belief, carry real financial potential. If there's a concept you've been sitting on, a product, a pitch, a plan, this is your cue to take the first step. Don't overthink it, just move. The magician's presence tells us that the resources you need will meet you on the way, not before you begin. But even with this dynamic energy, justice enters the scene as your grounding force. It's here to remind you, abundance flows best when it's built on integrity. This means reviewing your financial decisions with honesty. Are your goals aligned with your values? Are you honoring your boundaries or compromising them for short-term gains? Today is a powerful opportunity to bring fairness into the way you earn, save, or invest. And when you do, you'll notice not just material gain, but a deeper sense of alignment and peace. Your lucky numbers for today, 9, 23, 38, 50, 64, and 76, aren't just digits. They're reminders that fortune often arrives through patterns, timing, and attention. So if you see these numbers show up in unexpected places today, take it as a wink from the universe and a quiet affirmation that you're on the right path. In your professional world today, Leo, the energy is steady and deeply empowering, a blend of creativity, fairness, and focused drive. At the heart of it all is the sun, bringing with it a sense of renewed optimism in your work life. This is the kind of energy that clears mental fog and lets you see your role, your mission, and your impact with sharper clarity. You may notice that your ideas are received more openly, your voice carries more weight, and collaborations feel more aligned. There's a sense that what you contribute is not only valuable, but essential. Recognition is closer than you think, especially if you've been consistent in your efforts, even when no one was watching. Then comes the Magician, a powerful reminder that you hold the tools you need to bring innovation into every space you step into. Whether you're launching a new project, pitching a bold idea, or finding a better system for what already exists, this card amplifies your ability to turn thought into action. What matters most now is not how perfect your plan is, but how willing you are to act on it. The Magician doesn't wait for ideal conditions, it creates them. So if there's been a delay in moving forward, today's energy says, begin now, refine as you go. Alongside this inventive momentum, Justice shows up to bring equilibrium. In your work environment, this card calls for integrity. Be mindful of how decisions are made, not just by you, but by those you work with. Transparency, fair delegation, and mutual respect are the foundation for sustainable success. If there have been unresolved tensions or past imbalances in your workplace, today offers a chance to set things right. This may come through a clarifying conversation, a moment of honest feedback, or a decision to uphold your boundaries more firmly. Either way, justice ensures that what's fair will prevail. Finally, the Chariot steps in with its unmistakable force of momentum. This card is your reminder that determination, when paired with direction, becomes unstoppable. You may be facing multiple tasks, demands, or decisions, but instead of scattering your energy, the Chariot asks you to choose your course with clarity and commit to it fully. Prioritize what truly matters to your long-term goals, and don't let minor distractions or external opinions shake your vision. This is not the time for hesitation. It's a moment to lead with confidence, trusting that every step forward is carving a path toward a more empowered version of your professional self. Today, Leo, your work is not just about what you produce, it's about how you show up. With creativity in your hands, justice in your heart, and the Chariot beneath your feet, you are perfectly positioned to make meaningful progress. So step into it fully. The momentum is here. In matters of the heart today, Leo, the universe is gently guiding you toward a more intentional and empowered way of loving. With the Lover's card appearing at the forefront of your romantic reading, there's a powerful invitation to deepen or redefine your connections. This is not about fleeting chemistry, it's about alignment. The Lovers remind you that love, at its most transformative, arises when both people show up with honesty, vulnerability, and a willingness to grow. If you're already in a relationship, today may bring a moment of soulful clarity, a realization, a decision, or a renewed sense of why you chose each other in the first place. If you're single, this energy opens the doorway to connections that go beyond the surface, rooted in mutual respect and emotional resonance. Supporting this energy is the Empress, a nurturing force that brings softness, warmth, and care into the realm of love. This card asks you to lead with your heart, but not in a way that depletes you. Instead, it's about giving from a place of abundance. Take time today to nurture the emotional spaces between you and the people you love, not just romantic partners, but also friends, family, or anyone you're emotionally invested in. A kind word, a thoughtful message, or even a shared silence can become a bridge to deeper connection. The Empress also reminds you to care for yourself in love, because when your inner world is tended to, your outer relationships naturally begin to flourish. Then we have the Magician, and this is where the dynamic shifts. Love doesn't just happen to you, you shape it. This card empowers you to take ownership of your love life, whether that means initiating a conversation you've been avoiding, asking for what you truly need, or making the first move towards someone who inspires you. The Magician shows you that your confidence is magnetic, and when you act in alignment with your truth, the right people respond. Don't wait to be chosen. Remember, you are the one who chooses. The Chariot builds on that momentum by encouraging clarity and decisive action. It tells you that love, while often tender, also requires direction. If you've been on the fence about a relationship decision, whether to deepen a bond, walk away, or redefine the terms, this is your moment to choose with purpose. Don't get lost in overthinking or fear of the unknown. The Chariot moves forward not because every answer is certain, but because the heart knows when it's time to move. Let today be the day you choose progress over passivity. And finally, Justice steps in to bring balance and resolution. This card suggests that any confusion or emotional heaviness from the past is ready to be cleared, but only if you're willing to face it with honesty. Whether it's a conversation that's long overdue, an apology that needs to be given or received, or a boundary that needs reinforcing, Justice brings everything into the light. It also affirms that when you approach love with fairness, both to yourself and others, harmony returns. So today, Leo, love is asking more from you, but it's also offering more in return. Be present. Be real. Be brave enough to take the steps your heart has been quietly asking for. Because when love is shaped with care, confidence, and clarity, it becomes not just a feeling, but a force that changes everything. Your health message today, Leo, speaks to more than just physical wellness. It's a call to conscious living. As you step into this phase of life, especially if you're over 40, your relationship with your body begins to shift. It's no longer about pushing through or striving for perfection. It becomes about harmony, sustainability, and self-respect. The sun shines brightly here, reminding you that vitality is not just about how much energy you have, but how intentionally you nourish that energy each day. That means checking in with what fuels you, literally and emotionally. Simple, consistent choices like a balanced breakfast, mindful hydration, and reducing processed foods can become anchors for your overall well-being. The Empress offers a softer, more nurturing approach, one that's especially meaningful for this stage of life. Her presence in your reading is a reminder to treat your body not as a machine to be optimized, but as a living, responsive part of your life story. She encourages you to listen more closely to what your body is asking for, whether it's more rest, more movement, or just more gentleness. This could be the week to recommit to daily stretching, take leisurely walks, or even explore forms of movement that feel good rather than just effective. It's also a moment to consider how emotional health affects physical wellness. A quiet evening with music, time in nature, or simply turning off screens earlier can do more for your nervous system than you may realize. Then there's the Magician, a powerful affirmation that you still have agency. No matter your age, your body is still capable of change, healing, and strength. But it begins with intention. Are your habits serving the version of you that you want to grow into? The Magician says, you don't need a dramatic overhaul to see progress. You just need a choice, made repeatedly, patiently, and with belief. Whether you're starting a new supplement, adjusting your sleep routine, or setting a boundary around stress, your small, consistent efforts hold the power to transform not just how you feel, but how you live. Justice brings the message of balance, not just in your schedule, but in how you prioritize yourself. For many adults, especially after 40, health gets pushed aside for the sake of work, family, or obligations. But today's energy is a reminder that you can't pour from an empty cup. Justice asks you to look at your calendar, your commitments, your lifestyle, and ask, where am I giving too much, and where am I neglecting myself? Health is not a luxury, it's your foundation. And finally, the Chariot pulls all this together with a push for steady momentum. This isn't about fast results or extreme routines. It's about choosing a direction and moving toward it, one aligned step at a time. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep showing up. Even 10 minutes of movement, one mindful meal, or one deep breath can shift your energy, and over time those shifts become a lifestyle, one that supports you not just today, but well into the years ahead. So Leo, if you've been waiting for a sign to return to yourself, to recommit to your health in a way that's both practical and powerful, this is it. Your body is listening. It's time to respond with intention. In the realm of family and friendship, Leo, today's message invites you to return to the heart of what truly sustains you: connection. Not just surface-level interaction, but the kind of presence that brings healing, understanding, and quiet strength. The Empress appears here as a gentle guide, reminding you that relationships are living, breathing spaces. They need care, they need time, and most of all, they need your emotional presence, especially after 40, when life tends to speed up with responsibilities. It becomes even more important to slow down with the people who matter. A call to a sibling, a shared meal with a friend, or simply sitting in silence with a loved one. These are not small gestures. They are investments in your emotional foundation. Justice steps in with a deeper truth. Every relationship, no matter how close, needs balance. If there have been old misunderstandings lingering in your family circle, or silent resentments with friends, this is a beautiful day to open the door to clarity. That doesn't mean fixing everything in one conversation. It means showing up with honesty and the willingness to listen, not to argue, not to prove a point, but to understand. Whether you're a parent navigating the distance with grown children, a friend who feels overlooked, or someone simply trying to keep peace among relatives, justice asks you to lead with fairness. Let everyone have their say, including you. At this stage of life, many Leo souls begin to reflect on the legacy they're leaving in relationships. Not in the grand, dramatic sense, but in the small daily moments. Am I someone who offers safety? Do I create space for joy or just manage tasks? Am I fully present or half distracted by the rush of the day? These are the quiet questions that shape how deeply we connect and how those around us feel in our presence. And the sun brings warmth into this reflection, encouraging lightheartedness where things may have grown too heavy. Laughter, shared memories, or even spontaneous plans can rekindle bonds that time or distance has worn thin. The Magician then reminds you of your role as a catalyst in your relationships. You don't need to wait for others to change before you express love or initiate reconnection. If there's someone you've been meaning to reach out to, do it. If there's tension that's gone unspoken, name it gently. You have the power to shift dynamics, to start a new chapter, or to bring an old one to a more honest close. Finally, the Chariot encourages you not to let emotional inertia keep you from meaningful connection. It takes effort to nurture family ties or maintain adult friendships, especially as life grows more complex, but it's effort worth making. Whether you're stepping up to support a friend in need, helping a parent navigate aging, or simply choosing to be more present at home, your consistent, intentional actions can transform the emotional climate of your inner circle. So today, Leo, don't just ask who's there for you. Ask yourself how you're showing up for those you love. Be the presence you wish to receive, and you'll find that what you give has a way of circling back, often when you need it most. When it comes to astrological compatibility today, Leo, the message is beautifully simple yet deeply resonant. True connection isn't found in perfect charts. It's built through mutual respect, emotional balance, and a willingness to grow together. Justice makes its presence known here once more, reinforcing the idea that harmonious relationships begin when both people meet each other with fairness. Whether you're dealing with a partner, a friend, or even a new acquaintance, what matters most right now isn't how well your signs traditionally align, it's how genuinely you show up for one another. Are you listening to understand or just to respond? Are you offering your truth while making room for theirs? You may find that today connections deepen most easily with those who mirror your commitment to sincerity, those who aren't afraid of vulnerability, who value effort over ease. Fire signs like Aries and Sagittarius might match your natural drive, but even earth signs like Taurus or Virgo could offer the grounding your heart didn't know it needed. Water signs may open emotional depths, while air signs might spark new ideas. But beyond the elements, the real compatibility lies in shared values and emotional maturity. The stars remind you that astrology offers patterns, not rules. And today, your greatest relationships may bloom from the most unexpected alignments. Adding another layer to today's energy is your lucky color, golden yellow. This radiant hue echoes the frequency of the sun, symbolizing warmth, visibility, and creative brilliance. Wearing or surrounding yourself with this color isn't just a fashion choice, it's a spiritual alignment. It affirms your identity, boosts your confidence, and reflects the inner light that others are naturally drawn to. If you've been feeling overlooked, dimmed, or unsure, this golden glow is your permission to take up space again, unapologetically, joyfully, and fully. And finally, your guiding affirmation for the day: embrace your inner radiance and let every step forward be a manifestation of your unique power. This is not a call to be louder, it's a call to be clearer, to move through the day with purpose, to recognize that your presence, when aligned with your truth, becomes transformative, not just for you, but for everyone around you. So walk forward, Leo, not seeking approval, but anchored in your own light.